Book of Heaven, Volume 35, December 14th, 1937. Just as the human nature has its day, so does the divine will form its day in the depth of the soul of one who lives in it. I felt as though immersed in the divine volition. Even more, it seemed to me that, as I kept doing my acts in the fiat within its waves of light, that light would expand and centralize itself more within me, and my need to love it and breathe it more than my own life kept growing. So without it, I felt out of breath, without warmth, and without heartbeat. But as I would go back to do my acts in the divine volition, I felt the breathing, the warmth, and the divine heartbeat coming back to cheer my poor existence. Therefore, the living in the divine will is a need for me and need of life. Then my sweet Jesus, coming back to visit my little soul, all goodness told me,
"My blessed daughter, just as nature has its day for the human life, during which all the actions of life are carried out, in the same way my divine will forms its day in the depth of the creature who lives in it. As the creature begins to form her acts in it, calling it as her own life, so does my will begin its day, forming a most splendid daybreak in the depth of her soul. This daybreak reunites the powers of her soul and renews in her the power of the Father, the wisdom of the Son, the virtue and love of the Holy Spirit. Hence, my will begins its day together with the most holy sacrosanct Trinity, which descends into the littlest acts and hiding places of the creature in order to carry out its life together with her, and to do whatever she does. This daybreak puts to flight all the darkness of the soul, in such a way that everything is light for her, standing at attention as a vigilant sentry, so that all her acts may receive the light of the divine will. This daybreak is the first rest of God within the room of the soul. It is the beginning of the eternal day, in which the life of the Supreme Being begins together with the creature. My will does not move, nor can it move, or be without the adorable Trinity. At the most, it goes ahead of them. It plays the role of actor, but it draws them along with itself in an irresistible way, forming the divine chamber in which the divine persons can enjoy their creature so loved by them. Wherever it reigns, my will has the power to centralize everything, even our divine life. How beautiful is the beginning of the day of one who lives in our fiat. It is the enchantment of the whole of heaven, and if the whole celestial court were subject to envy, it would envy the one who is so fortunate as to possess inside her soul, while still living in time, the beginning of the eternal day, the precious day in which God begins to carry out his life together with the creature. Now, as she moves on to do the second acts in the divine volition, so does the sun of my eternal will rise. The fullness of its light is such as to invest all the earth, visiting all hearts and bringing the good morning of light and new joys to the whole celestial court. This light is crammed with love, with adorations, with thanksgivings, with gratitude, glory, and benediction. But who do these belong to? To the creature who, with her act in my will, has made the sun rise which shines over all, in such a way that all find the one who has loved God for them, the one who has adored him, thanked him, blessed him, and glorified him. Everyone finds what he was obliged to do for God. All are substituted for. One act in my will must enclose everything. It has the power and capacity to make up for all and to do good to all. Otherwise, it could not be called act done in my will. These acts are jam-packed with unheard-of prodigies worthy of our creative work. Now, as she comes back to her third act in our will, so is the full midday of our eternal sun formed within the creature. And do you know what she gives us in this full midday? She prepares a banquet for us. And do you know what she gives us for food? The love that we have given to her, as well as our divine qualities. Everything carries the imprint of our beauty and of our chaste and pure fragrances. We like it so much that we eat our fill. More so since, if anything should be lacking for our decorum, because the creature is in our will, She is the owner of all our goods. Therefore, she takes from our treasures whatever is needed, and she prepares for us the most beautiful banquet, worthy of our supreme majesty. And we invite all the angels and the saints to sit at this celestial banquet, so that they may take and eat with us from that love which the creature who lives in our will gave us. Now, after we have banqueted together, the other acts that she does in our will serve. Some to form for us celestial melodies, some loving chants, some the most beautiful scenes, some others to repeat our works that are always in act. In some, she keeps us always occupied, and when she has given course to all her actions in our will, we give her rest, and we rest together with her. And after the rest, we open the field to more work in order to let another day begin, and so forth. And many times this faithful daughter of ours, because true faithfulness is in the living in our divine will, seeing that her brothers and children of ours are about to be struck by the deserved chastisements because of their sins, does not close her day, but prays and suffers to impetrate deeds of graces for their souls as well as for the bodies. Therefore, the life of one who lives in my divine will is the new joy and glory of heaven, as well as help and graces for the earth.
Fiat.